So a few months ago, we checked out a trail-inspired sneaker from Vans. It was the MTE Crosspath. I thought it was a great sneaker. I think a lot of you guys did as well. But they're back again with a new version, and I think this one may be even better. So today, we're checking out the Vans MTE Crosspath XC. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate you guys, because I feel like I have not been making reviews as much as I need to. I feel like I'm getting pulled in a lot of different video type of directions, but I truly do love doing reviews, so I'm going to make sure, and I keep saying this I feel like, but I'm going to make sure I put out more consistent reviews again, as opposed to just the little news bits or shorts or topic videos. We gotta do some more reviews. Now today, guys, I gotta give a big shout out to the Vans family for sending this pair over, because I really love the first pair they sent, and this one I think is even better, like I mentioned in the beginning. But it's the Vans MTE Crosspath XC. Now, this sneaker is going to be another trail-inspired sneaker that we got from Vans, and it's very popular to have that trail-inspired shoe now. If it's not a mesh runner, trail-inspired sneakers are kind of the other it sneaker, I feel like, when it comes to fashion and functionality. Now, the XC you're going to see here is going to be a bit different than what we saw in the original Crosspath, which I don't have the pair next to me, but I'll put a link to the video so you guys can check it out, and of course links down below so you can figure out if you want to buy either one of them. But this one I feel like comes in at a more, I don't know, fashionable build out. I feel like it's definitely something that's going to get more attention when it comes to people looking for not only function but to look good when it comes to everyday use. First thing I noticed when I did open the box is going to be the material layering. So the Crosspath was really a very streamlined shoe, not a lot of layering, but this XC has more depth to it, different materials on it, and I really like that. You guys know me, I like having depth to a sneaker to give it some more personality. Now, first things first, if you look at the shoe, again, it is outdoor inspired, so it's going to be more rugged than, of course, any other Van you would get out there. So first thing you're going to see on the toe cap, you're going to have this rubberized toe cap here, done up in a black color, that's going to sit right on top of a suede. So that was one of the nice things about this version, is that they do have a suede, a little bit more premium material up top. You guys make sure you get the, there we go. Of course, we got the B-roll for you, but it's gonna have this nice kind of darker brown suede on it. I really like that color. I like the contrast you're getting too with the colors you're gonna see. So not only the black on the brown, but right above that in the toe box, you're gonna get this kind of ripstop type material that's gonna be done up in this kind of purplish color, like a light purple. And again, it just gives that extra pop because you get all these darker colors. That lighter color just gives it a nice base to sit on. Now, the materials up top is going to be like a ripstop, so it's going to prevent some rips and tears from some different things that you're walking, you know, in your day-to-day life. But one of the bigger things about it is that it is water resistant. Not waterproof, but water resistant. Because as we talk about these shoes, they are meant for kind of the light trail, if that makes sense. So if you're out and about, you just happen to run through some dirt and sticks, or you're just a little bit more of a rugged terrain, they're going to hold up. It's not meant for mountain climbing or going down serious hikes. This is more going to be if you run into some crazy weather or some maybe out of the ordinary terrain, these will be able to get you through it without having to worry about, is my shoe going to make it? So I just want to make sure I can differentiate between the two, because it's not going to be, again, for that hardcore, that hike or that climb, but this is going to get you, if you run into a storm, run into some mud, some dirt, easy to clean, to make sure it's not getting torn up. And that's what this kind of shoe is for. Now, as we get up to the eyelet area, you're going to have that, I think they call it, what, peyote brown is the color? And it's going to be that same color suede going up around the eyelet areas. You're going to have that quick lacing type system with the black mesh lace loops there. You see those right up and down there. And just like the first version of the Crosspath, we're going to have that bungee lacing system. So that way, you're not having to worry about laces flopping around everywhere. You can get in, and with the locking system here, which I always have trouble with, there we go. We can actually, here, wow guys, I'm struggling right now. I had it earlier, but I think holding it up makes it a little harder. There we go, so I'm grabbing the wrong part. So you're able to really change your tightness here. And then once you've done that, you can lock it on up, and right on the tongue, you're gonna have like this little elastic piece. I can go ahead and secure that bungee so that way it's not flopping around everywhere. So it's really cool. They're gonna have this kind of, almost, it's a mesh tongue, but it seems like it's kind of has a rubberized finish on top as well. Again, making it water resistant, not waterproof. It does have cushion in it, so that way that thin tongue is not poking into your ankle, so it still does have some comfort on it. And it's gonna have a nice long tongue tag so you can make sure you can get your foot in there easily. Now that tongue's gonna be done up in that same kind of purplish color as well, so you get that nice accent that's gonna go along with that purple, bungee as well. And of course, on your eyelets, you're gonna have that Vans branding along with the Vans stripe. You're gonna see it going along the side of the sneaker, so that way it has that same branding, so you know exactly it is a Vans sneaker. Of course, it is gonna be filled in with that ripstop type material in that purple color here, so that way you're gonna have that water resistant across the side panels on the lateral and the medial side, with a little bit more of that brown suede going across to the ankle and heel cup area. Now, to get to that ankle, one of the nice things about this is it's nice and cushioned inside as well. So you guys can see that. You're going to have some little ankle pillows in there, giving you a little bit a lockdown, along with, of course, cushion, so that way you're not getting that rubbing feeling across your Achilles area. Now, the inside of the shoe, you're going to have your pretty standard insole here, nothing too crazy, because it's not really the insole that's going to be providing the cushioning. It is going to be the Ultra Cush foam that we're going to talk about here in a bit. That's going to be most of the, well, where the cushioning is coming from, that comfort's coming from. Now you're going to have two different heel tabs. You're going to have one at the top, more that traditional heel tab to go ahead and get your foot in, but also you're going to have a lower one as well. So again, kind of pushing that foot in there. And then once you get down to the midsoles, we're going to talk about that cushioning. So you're going to have that, getting that ultra cush technology, that nice foam here that is very comfortable. I've actually worn these a couple times, and I really do like how comfortable they are, especially for something that's supposed to be more rugged. So you can definitely wear these all day if needed. Now you're going to get a couple breakups here in color. You're going to have most of it done up in the black foam, but you're going to get a pop of color here on the heel cup area, and it's going to be a whole lot more sturdy here because you want to get that lockdown, make sure your heel is in the sneaker without it popping up and out of there. So you're going to have that really broken out there. It almost feels like a really nice chunk of rubber, so that way it's durable. You know, someone kicks your heel or maybe you get it stuck on something, it's not going to tear up anything. Now, probably one of the more noticeable things you see here is going to be the aggressive traction pattern that is going to be really inching up on the midsole here. And what's cool about it is that, of course, Vans is known for that checkerboard pattern. You can kind of see they utilize that checkerboard pattern, that thing that they're known for, and made it more aggressive, so that way you still have that Vans DNA, but it has more of a functionality to it when it comes to the outdoors. Now, you're going to go ahead and get the outside here as well. It's going to be a Vibram outsole. It's going to be made for a lot of rugged terrain. Again, this is not an extreme hiking shoe. This is meant to be, again, for any kind of just, you know, out of the ordinary terrain you're walking on. So you're gonna get it in that kind of gum color here. And really with this sneaker, I say go true to size. The last one seemed to fit a little slimmer, but this one definitely has I think a more wide fit compared to the original Crosspath. So I definitely say go true to size on these. Try them on if you can, of course, but true to size if you can, I think would be the best way to go when it comes to the shoe itself. Now you can find these on their Vans website, $145. I think last time I checked, they actually went on sale for $115. So definitely check them out if you're interested. There are a few different colors, a few different variations of that MTE group, so that way you can find something, you know, for anybody who's a fan of that trail shoe. Maybe if it's not this one, there's definitely some different versions, like high top, more boot style ones that you guys can definitely check out. So let me know what you think down below. Until next time, guys, see ya.